Hello to my subscribers, this is the Tiafengi coming to hopefully be a quick and successful video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Generations Deluxe Class Predacon Blackarachnia. And I gotta say, with all, despite having a few flaws, I am really impressed with how Blackarachnia looks, how accurate she is to her appearance in the Beast Wars series, and infamously, Blackarachnia is one of the Beast Wars characters where her original Beast Wars action figure looked nothing like her animation model in the Beast Wars cartoon series, and the fact that Hasbro and Takara Tomy have gone full-blown cartoon accurate with the designs on the Transformers action figures in the War for Cybertron trilogy, it's just made Blackarachnia all the more interesting and inspiring to look at. Okay, so here in the artwork of Blackarachnia, you have her in her a close up of her in her robot mode in a sort of dynamic pose, and there in the background you've got Beast Wars Scorponok, Dinobot, and Waspinator Vader standing on a cliff ledge. And continuing here to the side of the artwork, you've got an image of Blackarachnia in her beast mode. And for me personally, I suffer an innate amount of level of arachnophobia. I absolutely hate spiders, so I think it's very appropriate to have a Transformers character that has a Black Widow spider, one of the most venomous spiders in the world, to be a Transformers character who's a bad guy, or in Blackarachnia's case, a bad girl. Blackarachnia, there's no denying that she's a female Transformers character, and Blackarachnia could be described as being somewhat of a femme-fatale character with how she interacted with other Transformers characters in the Beast Wars cartoon series. But yes, that is Blackarachnia's personality summed up in as few words as possible. Here on the other side of the box, you've got the poster image for the Kingdom line. Here on the top of the box, Blackarachnia is an evil Predacon. On the bottom of the box, you've got the barcode. Coming on here to the back of the box, you've got Blackarachnia in her robot mode and her beast mode. There's an image. There's a Hasbro and Takara Tomy testing to see how much your fear of spiders is if you do suffer from arachnophobia. If you will, to quote Stan Bush's song, if you will, dare to be stupid and conquer your fear and get Blackarachnia added to your Transformers collection. And she transforms back and forth between her robot mode and her beast mode in just 20 steps. And I made this joke a few months ago with some other Transformers collectors, but we all know why we like Blackarachnia so much. But yes, um, Blackarachnia does have in her robot mode, she has physical features that uh, give you if you have any doubts, there's no denying Blackarachnia is supposed to be a female Transformers character, and the first time I watched Transformers Beast Wars, I could not get over Blackarachnia's animation model, the way they designed her look, and the fact that it Hasbro and Takara Tomy managed to replicate it here on her War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom action figure. I think it's pretty amazing. So that's pretty much it for the box. We will get Blackarachnia out and take a close look at her in robot mode. One last thing that I forgot to show off in my reviews of Paleotrex and Warpath is the collector card. I can't remember what card Warpath came with. I actually opened it up a few months ago before I actually did my review of him. Paleotrex came with the Arc, and Blackarachnia, of course, comes with a card of herself. No surprise there. And underneath the card, we have the maximal variant of Blackarachnia. So yes, in the Transformers Beast Wars cartoon series, Blackarachnia was actually a maximal protoform that was captured by the Predacons and reprogrammed to be subservient to Megatron and the Predacons' cause. And because of that, Blackarachnia has uh, I can't remember the words off the top of my head, but there were times in the Beast Wars cartoon series where Blackarachnia had conflicting thoughts about which side of the battlefield she should really be on, and by the end of the series, Blackarachnia's original programming of being a heroic Maximal took over her mind, and she turned her back on the Predacons after Beast Wars Megatron attempted to change history and erase the Maximals from existence, and Blackarachnia found, having originally been a Maximal, she was one of the Transformers who would be erased from existence with Beast Wars Megatron's master plan to change history, and that's pretty. That sums up Blackarachnia's portrayal in the Beast Wars series, and I will be right back. Alright, and after some messing around trying to get her out of the box, here is Blackarachnia out of package and in her robot mode. Now, going by the product photos and also Blackarachnia's appearances in the Beast Wars cartoon series, this here more or less is an accurate configuration of her robot mode. Blackarachnia's all 8 of her spider legs end up on her upper arms between the bicep joint and her elbow joint, and this is accurate to her animation model in the Beast Wars cartoon series. Blackarachnia would have all 8 of her legs pointing forward and firing lasers at her opponents, and they did replicate that in the Transformers Kingdom line. One minor nitpick that some Transformers fans and collectors have had with the Kingdom version of Blackarachnia is that in the Beast Wars cartoon series, her legs were gold like the gold parts of her robot mode, and Hasbro and Takara Tomy, they made them black because what Hasbro and Takara Tomy have been trying to do with the Beast Wars characters that have been released in the Kingdom line is try to make them look as realistic as they can and made them look like the actual animals that they transform into. So that's why Blackarachnia's legs are black to try and make her look as much like a spider as either in real life as they possibly could. They've done that with all the Beast Wars characters in the Kingdom line, with the exception, of course, with the few exceptions, of course, such as Beast Wars Megatron and Beast Wars Scorponok being accurate to their animation models in Beast mode. I honestly don't know if there are any species of scorpion that have purple exoskeletons. I believe I saw footage of one that had like a bluish gray exoskeleton. This one species of scorpion. But as far as scorpions having like the oh wait, I just got confused. Yes, but this video is focusing on Blackarachnia. I apologize for getting sidetracked there for a moment. But yes, despite that minor nitpick, I think Blackarachnia does look pretty amazing looking. And just for a quick size comparison in her robot mode, here is Kingdom Blackarachnia next to the only other action figure of Blackarachnia that I have in my Transformers collection. Here is the Transformers animated Blackarachnia figure released in 2008, and depending on how you have them posed, how you have the legs positioned, as it was when I showed off my comparison of Kingdom Warpath with the Generations Deluxe Warpath figure, comparing Kingdom Blackarachnia with the Transformers animated version of Blackarachnia. It's unfortunately a reminder of how Transformers action figures have been downsized over the last decade ever more by Hasbro and Takara Tomy. But yeah, they did knock it out of the park, I believe, with making Beast Wars Blackarachnia look as cartoon accurate as possible. Until I got the Kingdom version of Blackarachnia, this was the animated version was the only Blackarachnia figure I had in my Transformers collection, and it's still a decent Transformers action figure, but we now have this Transformers action figure to admire. And when I say admire, I mean admire in more ways than one. Now, with all the video reviews I've seen on YouTube about Kingdom Blackarachnia, there's two QC issues that Blackarachnia does unfortunately suffer from that are very serious and must need to be addressed. And the first QC issue is that Blackarachnia's robot mode chest, her boobs are attached to her robot mode torso on a very tiny peg, and that tiny peg is apparently slightly too big to the peg hole that it's inserted into, and that's been prone to breaking off very easily out of the box. So I will be very careful when I transform Blackarachnia, and hopefully it won't break off. It's been prone to breaking off the very first time transforming her. And then the other QC issue Blackarachnia suffers from is right here. To try and make Blackarachnia look as much like an actual spider as Hasbro and Takara Tomy could, the designers made the bottom of her feet on her spider legs actual pointed tips, and these have broken off because of how tiny and thin they are as well. So when you display Blackarachnia in spider mode, or even when you're transforming her from robot mode to spider mode, just be careful because Blackarachnia's very tiny, thin parts are prone to breaking very easily. Blackarachnia hasn't had as terrible QC issues compared to other action figures in the Kingdom line, such as Deluxe class Autobot Trax or Voyager class Rhinox, but their QC issues that are the QC issues of Blackarachnia, they are more serious than most other Transformers figures in the Kingdom line. So that's just one thing to note about. I won't go over Blackarachnia's articulation too much because even with her these spider legs dangling off of her arms, her articulation is pretty much the same as we've seen with the other Deluxe class Transformers figures. And one thing that I will address is that Blackarachnia does come with an accessory piece. She comes with the crossbow weapon that she used in the Transformers Beast Wars series. And even though she has the pincher claws she had from the Beast Wars cartoon series, right at the very area base of her claw hands, and it is in the shape of a 5mm peg hole, so she can hold 5mm meter port weapons in her hand as well. Now, and I don't know what they were going for with the design of Blackarachnia's crossbow, but right here on the back, it's shaped like a microphone to me. I don't know if that's supposed to be something different. But yeah, there's the crossbow weapon. So I do love of that play value with Blackarachnia. That even though her hands are a pair of pincher claws, they are capable of holding 5mm meter weapons. So that's pretty amazing of the designers to pull that off. Other than that, there's a close up of Blackarachnia's face. It's very hard to tell, but it's my camera's picking it up. But when you look at it with your own eyes, it's very hard to distinguish. But there is a slightly different shade of gold used around Blackarachnia's mouth compared to the rest of her face. That is accurate to her animation model from the Beast Wars series. But yeah, overall, Blackarachnia, her posability in robot mode, it is owed in the amount of joints she has, as is pretty basic. Blackarachnia, one joint she does lack is a waist swivel. She does not have a waist swivel due to how she transforms partially. But one thing I do enjoy is that right there on Blackarachnia's pelvis, it does give the illusion that her spider face has transformed into her pelvis. I don't know if a masterpiece figure of Blackarachnia has been released yet or not. I don't keep up with masterpiece Transformers. But yeah, I just can't get over how incredible Blackarachnia looks. When she was introduced to the Transformers Beast Wars series, the idea with Blackarachnia when designing her was that she is just as deadly as she is beautiful. And yeah, they really managed to embody that mixture of beauty and deadliness with her Kingdom action figure. So without further delay, we'll transform Blackarachnia into that most monstrous of creatures, the Black Widow Spider, which is her beast mode, and take a close look at her, in what I personally believe is her deadliest form yet. Alright, so that took me a few minutes to do, but here is Blackarachnia in her beast mode, and I gotta say, she is even freakier looking than she was in robot mode. And again, I get shudders just looking at her, how deadly looking she is. And I will admit that that same little tiny peg that's been breaking off on everyone's copies of Blackarachnia, it did almost break off on mine. Mine with how I was trying to release it from the transformation, it'll probably snap off already. It's basically dangling by a thread. So yes, just be warned that Blackarachnia's robot mode chest, that teeny tiny peg is so tiny and it's held under such pressure that it will give way at a moment's notice. So I don't know how well you can see it, but right inside there is that teeny tiny little peg, and yeah, it's so tiny and thin. There's a stress mark on it, and it's in fact halfway ripped off as my voice gives out on me. Yeah, it's threatening to fall off right now, so I may just remove it completely. From what I've seen, people whose copies of Blackarachnia, where that little tiny peg has broken off, the chest, as the royal mode chest, still transforms and stays in place fairly decently without out that teeny tiny little peg. But since it's halfway broken off just transforming Blackarachnia for the first time inside her box, I may just remove it entirely and press my luck and see how well Blackarachnia turns out. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty amazed at how Blackarachnia looks in spider mode. Oh, there's some red spots. It's there on her back. In real life, the Black Widow spider has underneath its body a patch of red on its exoskeleton in the shape of a red hourglass, and many people have made jokes over that. If you do accident, if you do accidentally get bitten by a Black Widow spider, that red hourglass shows you how tiny amount of a time you have before the venom starts to take effect. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people, myself included, have a very innate fear of spiders. And that's because unlike with venomous snakes, there is no anti-venom for spider venom. When you get bit by a spider, all you can do is just wait for the venom to subside and wait for the spider bite to heal itself completely. And so I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of human people have an innate fear of spiders, and why arachnophobia, the fear of spiders, is one of the most common fears out there. Because when you get bit by a spider, regardless of how toxic the venom is, there's no cure. All you have to do is just wait for everything to subside, and for your body to put yourself at ease. And which, depending on the toxicity of the venom, sometimes your body won't fully heal from it. And the black widow spider is just, yeah, it's one of those, it's one of the nastiest creatures in the world as far as I'm concerned. But yes, I do really enjoy being the overall design with Black Arachnia. This figure has been repainted in a Target exclusive, at least it's a Target exclusive here in the United States, 4-pack in the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, where Black Arachnia has a paint job that's more closer to her original Beast Wars action figure, and the legs on that figure are yellowish gold. And so a lot of Transformers fans and collectors who have gotten the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack is known as the Worlds Collide 4-pack. They swapped out the legs on that version of Black Arachnia with this version, and given this version the gold legs and the other version the black legs. And a lot of Transformers fans and collectors that have done the leg swap have said that both Black Arachnia action figures look even more accurate. The Buzzworthy Bumblebee Black Arachnia figure with the black legs looks more like her original Beast Wars action figure, and then this version of Black Arachnia with the yellow legs does look more like her appearance in the Beast Wars cartoon series. But yeah, overall, it's just uh, Black Arachnia is just very creepy to look at in spider mode. And for one last size comparison, here she is again next to the Transformers animated version of Black Arachnia in Beast mode or Spider mode. mode. I don't know why, but I thought I read once long ago that the animated version of Black Arachnia, her paint job is loosely inspired by Beast Wars Tarantulas, whose paint job was mostly purple. And it's rumored right now that next year in the Transformers Legacy line, we are going to in fact get a new deluxe class action figure of Tarantulas. Whether or not Tarantulas is going to be mold mates with Black Arachnia or an entirely new mold remains to be seen. Black Arachnia in the Beast Wars cartoon series to play on the fact that she, like Tarantulas, is a spider as well. Tarantulas fed his own spider DNA into Black Arachnia's protoform pod, and that's how she came out being the way she did was because of Tarantulas. But yeah, all in all, I cannot get over how creepy looking Black Arachnia looks. And also, you can store her crossbow weapon on the very bottom of her. But yeah, all in all again, as I said earlier in the video, when designing Black Arachnia, Hasbro and Dakar Tomy wanted Black Arachnia to be just as beautiful as she is terrifying, and that mixed combination, Hasbro and Descartes totally nailed it with Blackarachnia. As creeped out as I am about spiders, I'm just amazed at how accurate looking of a spider Blackarachnia is. But yeah, all in all, I do. To answer the question in the room, do I recommend getting the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Class Blackarachnia action figure? Absolutely, I do. You cannot go wrong having the Kingdom Blackarachnia figure in your Transformers collection, and despite the few QC issues, such as the bottoms of her feet breaking off on some copies, and of course that teeny tiny little egg universally breaking off on just about every copy of Blackarachnia, I still highly recommend you get this figure, even if you suffer from arachnophobia like I do. Blackarachnia is one of the more unique Transformers characters, not just from Beast Wars, but Transformers characters in general. Blackarachnia, for many Transformers fans, remains the character who's the poster image for the bad girls of the Transformers franchise, as few of them as there are. So yes, I do highly recommend you get the figure when you can. So thank you to all my subscribers for your continued support. This has been the TFN Geek. This has been my latest Transformers review. Thank you guys all so much, and remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, you guys, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.